Learn to recognize how companies use statistics to deceive and manipulate the public. In How to Lie with Statistics, Darrell Huff reveals the tricks authors use to turn statistics to their advantage. Learn when it's statistically safest to drive, how to assemble the best sample for a study, and why counting beans is too hard. There is a secret language of statistics that is used to sensationalize, inflate, confuse, and simplify. Writers use statistics to deceive and cheat readers. They know all the tricks. Fortunately, you, an honest person, can learn these tricks for self-defense. 1. It is near impossible to create a truly random sample. Sampling is the basis for statistical conclusions. Therefore, it is absolutely important that you create a good sample. Time magazine once noted that the average Yaleman, class of 24, earns $25,111 a year. But how did they arrive at a sample calculated from the amounts Yale men reported earning? First of all, the addresses of Yale graduates are unknown. The addresses of the rich are not hard to come by. In other words, the sample was not good and did not represent the whole. 2. Non-random samples lead to sample bias. It is difficult to make your sample truly random, especially if you do not know how many people belong to a particular population group. Literary Digest once fell victim to sampling bias when it polled its readers about the upcoming election between FDR and Alf Lannan in 1936. The magazine conducted a non-random sample by relying on its readers' predictions via a telephone survey. 3. Beware of averages. The average income in a neighborhood is $40,000 per year, but the real estate agent states it is $200,000. The realtor used a different kind of average each time, using the word average loosely. When you see an average salary, ask yourself, average of what? And who is included? 4. Beware of significance bias. A sample is only good if it is a good representation of the whole. One way to get a good sample is to make it large enough to become statistically significant. For example, we all know that the probability of flipping a coin and getting heads is 50%. Dramatic results can be achieved with a small group, which companies exploit to sell their products or services. For example, a toothpaste company might advertise its product with the statement users report 23% fewer cavities on the package. The reason for this is that the test group consisted of only 12 people. 5. Look out for the standard error. IQ tests are not an accurate measure of intelligence, and the numbers are inaccurate. To make the results of the IQ test more accurate, you would need to calculate the standard error. This is important because the normal range for IQ is 90 to 110. So we have made an assumption based on incomplete information. 6. Beware of semi-attached figures. If you want to prove that a product you have created works but cannot figure out how, create a semi-finished illustration. All you have to do is pick 2 or more things that appear to be similar but are not and draw a comparison. In a sense, you are ignoring a gap in your reasoning to reach your desired conclusion. More accidents occur in clear weather than in fog, simply because it is more common. 100 times more people were flying in 1953 than in 1910, but that does not mean airplanes are safer. 7. Beware the post hoc fallacy. An anti-smoking researcher once went to the trouble of proving whether cigarette smokers scored lower in college than non-smokers. This study was done correctly, but many fall prey to the correlation-causality fallacy. One correlation is coincidental. Another is impossible to be sure of. 8. Question statistics and be aware of common tricks. Marketers, companies, and others will always lie with statistics to get the results they want. It's up to you to be aware of the tricks they use to stay one step ahead. Ask yourself if the numbers actually lead to their conclusion or if the person is falling victim to a post hoc fallacy. Advertisers, marketers, corporations, politicians, and others understand the power of numbers and statistics. They also know how to use those statistics to produce biased results. If you ask the right questions and look for the tricks these people use, you can fight back. For more book digests, check our other videos. See you soon.